Alrighty, what is going on, guys? Welcome back. In this video today, we have a special guest with us, Leonardo DiCaprio in the building. Leo, you want to say anything?
It is I, Leonardo DiCaprio, Pokemon aficionado and expert battler. Don't waste your time with this guy. Listen to what I have to say only.
Awesome. Well, you heard it there first, folks. Leo is in the building, and today we are going over what we learned from the San Diego Regional. So above Leo, you're going to see the top 32 teams, and there's some pretty big things that stood out to me, or not really, I don't know if it's big or not, but interesting things that stood out to me and made me think, or made me rethink what I want to bring to Orlando, what we got going on. First and foremost, the thing I noticed in top 32, there is not an ounce of sand, my friends. There is no sand anywhere. There's no T-Tar. Yeah, there's Garchomp, but there's no T-Tar. There's no sand standing. There's no Houndstone. No sand at all. The only weather we did see was mostly rain and one hail. Shout outs to James Evans over here. He actually brought a hail team. So we have one hail and the rest is rain. Leo, thoughts on that?
Just like you, sand just couldn't get the job done this time around. Maybe it was due to the fact that the rise of Taurus in this tournament made it a lot harder for Tyranitar, Lycanroc, and Houndstone to prevail. I also think there was no room for sand in this tournament because your mother's fat.
Yeah, Leo, I agree, man. We also, one thing we did notice, Leo kind of brought it up there was a huge, I swear I saw none when I was playing ladder or even on Showdown. I played like 100 games, if not more, on Showdown. I did not see a single Tauros of any type. And then at this tournament, it seemed like there's a Tauros on almost every single team on stream. And then you see in the top 32 here, I would say I didn't count, but there's maybe, I don't know, at least 10 Tauros, if not more, on the top 32 teams. That mon is phenomenal. And then going back to the sand comment where there was no sand at all, Water Tauros kind of just counters sand for a big portion there, especially the fire one. Well, I shouldn't say especially the fire one, but it is Willow. But anyway, the thing is, Rock Slide and Crunch are resisted by Tauros. Crunch and Rock Slide really can't do a lot to the Tauros. And then he's also good against Houndstone because Houndstone is frail, so I'm sure it dies at like one wave crash. Now, I'm not saying that like Tauros is the reason why we didn't see much sand teams. I'm just saying there's a lot of Tauros and there's no sand. And I think all the sand teams might have been getting bopped by the Tauroses. I don't know. It's like obviously a hard, bold claim, not entirely factual there, but I think that is a good reason why maybe we didn't see too much sand in this tournament, or at least we didn't see any in top 32, not the rest of the tournament, but there was no sand here at all. And like, I'm upset, man. I love sand and not seeing it. It's just an absolute doozy. So I don't know, because of the rise of Tauros, even the fire one can burn it, and then like once it's burnt, I mean, granted, if you're running the Houndstone can indeed burn the Tauros, but then if you have Lycanroc and T-Tar, then it's just like, I think Tauros is really good against those two Pokemon, so maybe that is why we didn't see much sand in San Diego at all. There is a new dragon on the block. We see here our lovely Baxcalibur. We see 6 Baxcalibur, 6 Hydreigon, 3 Mence, and 3 Garchomp, I believe. Did I say Dragonite? We have 6 Dragonite as well, if I missed that one. So we see 6 Hydreigon, 6 Baxcalibur, 6 Hydreigon, 3 Salamence, 3 Garchomp. There is a new dragon on the block, and his name is Baxcalibur. We saw G-Sock actually went with it, and it is a phenomenal mom. And I've been loving the loaded dice set. Now a lot of people were like, not just that they're bashing it, but they were saying like, yeah, no, the news, I put loaded dice on it. I think loaded dice is like phenomenal, man.
Just like me, Baxcalibur is a high roller and only gambles big. Loaded dice is a perfect item for that Pokemon in the set I recommend most. I was a Garchomp guy, but Baxcalibur is clearly high rolling, so I have to go with him now.
Moveset there, Ice Wheel Spear doing big damage. We saw a lot of them having actually Dragon, whatever it's called, the signature move, the Dragon Clay, whatever it's called. We saw a lot of that for big damage, guaranteed damage, can't miss. So it seems like nobody really cares that you take double damage next turn. And of course, having Ice Shard as well to pick up those KOs, those little hits here and there. Phenomenal. There's a new dragon on the block, and it is not Chomp, and it's not Salamence. Hydreigon is Tyranitar, but Baxcalibur and D-Knight are indeed the most used dragons. And I think being Ice type, you counted the other dragon, so that's phenomenal, my friends. That is absolutely phenomenal. We'd love to see Baxcalibur rise up there. Huge stuff overall. We're loving it. Now, another thing I noticed, rain teams. It seems like you just have Palafin and Pelipper these days. We see a lot of Pelipper here and a lot of Pelipper Palafin. We only saw one Pelipper Dreadnought used by Aaron Brock. Now, I'm not saying that's bad or anything, but it just seems like instead of just going for a Swift Swim user, just use Palafin and have a really strong jet punch in the rain, plus whether it's banded, bulk up, life orb, whatever it may be, you just have big damage, priority damage coming from a phenomenal mon. So maybe the days of Swift Swim are going to be on the decline, and we're going to see just more Pelipper and Palafin, dude. We just got the double P's going. We got the PP squad coming in hot, man. Let's go, baby. There's no Pelipper Golducks right now because I want to say because Scald just does not exist anymore. Chilling Water is nowhere near as good. Honestly, yeah, like with Defying Gambits running around and whatnot, just hitting the Chilling Water on them, giving them a free +2, well, technically +1, but either way, doesn't seem good enough. And then Golduck has mediocre stats, so we're just not going to see him, especially without Scald now. So the rise of Palafin is in the building, my friends. Leo, thoughts on that?
Palafin is a dolphin, and unlike you, dolphins have an IQ through the roof. Yes, clicking flip turn and jet punch isn't hard, but the timing and when to, especially against opposing weather and psychic terrain, can be. Rain damage boost is nice too. What is hard though, is how I'm gonna boost these nuts straight into your
Leo, great insight as always. You are the freaking man. Garganackle seems to be a complete meta switch now. We saw in the beginning mostly, I shouldn't say we said, but we see mostly Iron Defense, Recover, Salt Cure, and Body Press. But we saw G-Sock masterfully use Y-Guard, Protect, Recover, and Clear, whatever it's called, the Salt move. I don't know why I just forgot it in the middle of the video, but we've seen that used. My dumbass wanted to run Rock Slide on him just to forget the Purifying Salt, but that's why I'm sitting in the seat and these guys are in the regional over here. But we definitely learned the power of Protect, Clear Soul damage adding up, and then going Poison Terror type. People thinking, what the heck is the point of that? It's just great. You resist the fighting now. You resist the grass now. You're neutral to water. Yeah, you're weak to EQ, but you're so freaking bulky, and EQ is weak or is weakened in doubles because it's 2 Pokemon instead of 1 kind of thing. You're really not too concerned about that. You just get the Clear Salt, the Purifying Salt off, do your damage, sit there, protect, Y-Guard the EQs as well, Y-Guard the Muddy Waters, Y-Guard the Armor Rouge's freaking Psychic Attack, whatever else it's called, the big one that hits both sides of Second Terrain is up, Y-Guard any kind of multi-handed move, obviously, and you just put in the work. We've seen that Pokemon single-handedly carry games, and it is phenomenal. The Garganackle meta has now shifted, and we just have a beautiful mon upon us now. Just sitting there, putting in the work, being bulky as all hell, and just doing absolute dominant stuff on the battlefield, man. Absolutely phenomenal mon there. Loving it, loving it, loving it. And then the last thing I noticed, it was mentioned a bit for sure too, that Talonflame is actually the bird of choice right now. We saw a lot of Talonflame, and I think there's only 2 Murkrows in top 32 over here. We have 1 Murkrow from Alberto, and then 1 from Stefan. I think those are the only Murkrows we saw, was the 2 there. Now, there might have been more in the, obviously, before Top Cut, but Top Cut is what we really care about here. And we don't see many Murkrows, man. Just been the Talonflame, juicy, beautiful bird all around. I'm not a big fan of Talonflame just because I don't like it. There's no reason other than I just don't want to use it. It's a phenomenal mon. Has priority Tailwind at first. Has priority Brave Bird at first before it gets hit. It has Willow. And it has Tailwind. And that's like I think I already said it has priority Tailwind as well. So it's just like, it's just really good, man. It's actually a really good league. Get Tailwind up. And then if you want to burn things, you could gladly go ahead and burn things as well. And then we also saw a wide lens miss. A wide lens Willow miss. I think it had 93% accuracy. That poor guy missed it in the top cut there. I forgot who it was, but they might have still ended up winning anyway. But, I mean, Talonflame is a phenomenal mon, and it proves here, it's proven itself in the top 32 over here, without a doubt. And then last but not least, I saw a lot of teams here that don't seem to have a clear-cut answer for the Donzo. Like, there's no Haze or Clear Smog on there. Like, for example, G-Sock won the tournament, but he didn't really have a complete answer for the Donzo. Yeah, he had, like, Icicle Spear for the Grass type or the Dragon type, the Donzos, but, like, it was crazy to me to see the amount of teams that just didn't have an answer for it at all. Like, for example, Aaron Brock at the top over here, he literally almost had my exact rain team, but instead of Hariyama, I had the freaking rat, Mousehold. But, like, that team there does not have a clear-cut answer for the Donzo matchup. Neither does something like Colin's team, Marco's team, Like there's no like you obviously the Amoonguses probably have clear smog on them. I think there's some Amoongus out there that didn't even have clear smog on it. They had they healed the pollen puff instead. So I guess they were just confident they could work around it kind of thing. I was shocked that there was so many Pokemon or so many teams that didn't have a clear-cut answer for the Donzos out there, man. So I don't know if they didn't worse or maybe they just, I mean, they're better than me, so maybe they just powered through and figured it out. Overall, yeah, nothing. There's a lot of teams, like I said, that didn't really have an answer for the Donzo. So is that going to change come Orlando? Going to be a lot more clear smog and haze going on? Or are people just going to wing it and try to just out DPS and maybe intimidate over like an intimidate cycle like our boy G-Sock was at the end? But then again, if he was running the Donzo with an attack boost instead of a speed boost, that whole thing changes again. That whole matchup changes in my opinion. So who knows? Those are the things that I realized out there, my friends. Thank you for watching this video. Leo, do you have any final thoughts about the San Diego Regional?
They're just lucky I didn't show up with my brand new 23-year-old girlfriend. We both would have easily topped, but by the time the tourney ended she would have been 26, so I would have to dump her and it would have been awkward.
Alrighty, as always, Leo, a man of wonders, a man of many words. I mean, he said it himself. I mean, if he was there, he just would have dominated. So, I digress for now. Stay safe, stay healthy, stay sexy. We'll see you next time. Fancy outro, yeah. Was that good?